Hello everyone, do you know that New Mexico is a Hispanic melting pot? There are at least 5 different ways to say turkey in New Mexico. Pavo, guajolote, torque, gallina de la tierra, gallina de la sierra, and huijalo. There are so many different ways people speak Spanish in New Mexico, and mainly because there are two major Spanish dialects spoken by two different populations that coexist and live together. These are the descendants of the earlier Hispanic settlers that came to New Mexico in the 1500s and immigrants from Mexico that have been coming to New Mexico during the whole 19th century and 20th century and beginning of the 21st century, mainly from the states of Chihuahua and Durango, who bring their own Spanish dialect from northern Mexico. These two dialects merge together and influence one another, mainly because these two populations influence one another. They go to school together, they become friends, they have kids, they get married, and that's what the reason why the Spanish language in New Mexico has been changing so much in the last century and evolving to a different place. Other scholars have studied Spanish before, but why is it important and significant to keep studying it? So we can compare and we can update our books, our dictionaries, our Spanish language classes, our translation, and our teaching. In my research, I am showing people from Las Vegas, Santa Fe, Española, Peñasco, Taos, and Albuquerque different pictures of different concepts, objects, ideas that they come across in their daily lives. I'm showing them a picture and asking them, how do you call this in Spanish? So I can document the ways Spanish has changed or has maintained, if that's the case, throughout the years. How is it different? How is my dissertation project different from previous studies on the Spanish words of New Mexico? Well, I'm incorporating three main differences in my study. The number one is the separation of Hispanic groups. In previous studies, researchers have grouped together all Hispanics born in New Mexico as if they had the same background and the same linguistic provenance, but they do not. Do they come from a Mexican Spanish-speaking family or a New Mexican Spanish-speaking family? And that's one of the main differences. I'm adding that as a variable. Another variable is that I'm allowing people to tell me more than one word. As we know, we can have multiple words for the same concept, so I'm letting people speak and say all the words they know, and finally I'm letting them rate each word they use in a level of familiarity, so I can come with mean scores that I can use in order to know whether Mexicans are influencing New Mexicans or New Mexicans are influencing Mexicans in the way they speak their Spanish, how much and to what extent. Conclusions will be soon available right after I conclude visiting all these communities in northern New Mexico. Thank you very much for watching my presentation.